Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. I hope you're well wherever you are. I hope you're having a good day. I mentioned in my Facebook live video that I did recently that lost my train of thought. Yeah, sorry, I take on too much. I try and bite off more than I can chew, and I sometimes start projects and don't finish them. So that does stress me out a bit because I try and go back to complete them, but I forget which projects I've already done or worked on or started on or whatever. Anyway, sorry if that's sorry if I'm waffling, but something I was going to say, but I've completely forgot. Anywho, I hope you enjoy this video. I'll try and get on with the point. Wish I had a better memory sometimes, but yeah. Starting projects and not finishing them is something I was going to say. I'm sure there's something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Anyway, this is part 2, obviously, of my dreams to support Rare Gem. I nearly had a panic attack there, thinking I've not actually started part 1 yet. But sorry, I'm not with it today. But as per usual, I think that's what I was going to say. Someone told me to stand up in my videos because it says get a better voice. I think I mentioned this before, but I do find it difficult because when I go to type again, it's quite difficult. I have to move the laptop again, keep moving it. But anyway, I do pretty much anything to improve my videos, hopefully. But as ever, on that note, I would love to hear your constructive criticism, feedback, positive comments, negative comments, whatever you want to comment. Hopefully some positive affirmations, quotes, or anything like that can inspire me and others. It'd be great to see those in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with the video. As I know I've mentioned this before, so please forgive me for repeating myself again. But you can probably see in that corner there's like a picture from my friend, which I often mention, like my friend from Kenya. So as I mentioned in part 1, I'd love the Gems to be able to sell their artwork. He's a former student of this great school, as I see it. Anywho, I do waffle down. I do apologize. Getting to the point, here goes some of my ideas and dreams for Rare Gem. I'll try not to repeat a lot of what I said on Facebook if I can help it, because of my patterns and habits and how certain numbers, even though I'm not good at maths, certain numbers remind me of certain things. I do find it difficult to not repeat those points, but I'll do my best. But I hope you will continue to support my channel. I appreciate it, and I really hope you'll support this school if you check them out on Google and YouTube. If you type in the Rare Gem School Kenya, I know you have to be quite specific online to find it, or Dyslexia Organization Kenya, you should be able to see it there. They do try and fundraise with like global giving and things like that, so I'm sure they always welcome donations, and I think it would be cool, as I hope to come to, if they had like direct debits, GoFundMe accounts, crowdfunding and things like that helped to fundraise. There are a few people from the UK or elsewhere, America as well, and all that try and support them. So anyway, cracking on. Number 11, I would love for the Gems, as we call them, to learn things like programming and coding and how to make their own video games, online games, their own website, perhaps, or their own websites, and that sort of thing. I think it'd be pretty cool, as I mentioned in part 1, for people to travel to see the school and to share their knowledge and pass on their knowledge. For example, if someone knows how to make a website, they could teach them how to make websites and make games and online games and things like that. I think it'd be pretty cool if people from Africa did those sorts of things generally as well. So I hope the Gems will be part of that. Number 12, it would be great if they had mentors and teachers and volunteers, as I often say, and hopefully they can learn a lot from role models, as well. But it'd be great if people could pass on their skills and knowledge, older people from the Black diaspora perhaps, and others as well, just generally supporting them as much as possible. Sorry, I do like my tea. A bit too much, but number 13. On that note, I hope these videos aren't too cringeworthy. I know sometimes I forget my train of thought, or I do try and be as honest as possible, but I suppose perhaps maybe I give too much away, or I waffle a bit too much, or I'm too literal or whatever, so please forgive me for that one. I hope they'll address any issues that the school faces and that sort of thing. Number 14, I hope they'll find solutions to their own problems and also for Africa's problems generally, especially Kenya's, also the rest of Africa's. And it's something dyslexic, which most of the students are. Most of the students are dyslexic. Some of them have other learning disabilities, and some of them are refugees from migrants and refugees from neighboring countries. But dyslexics have strengths like problem solving and things like that. So in many cases, so hopefully people from across Kenya and across Africa will find out about those strengths and support the Rare Gem School as much as possible. Number 15, I would love to hear from the students and people involved in the school about what their goals and dreams are and how to help them to reach those dreams and to reach their potential generally. Number 16, I would love to hear people talking about what are the best ways to support them. And maybe in the future there could even be a committee or think tank or whatever you want to call it that meets up and networks and discusses what's best for the GEMs and the school generally, and also dyslexics across Africa and Asia and developing countries, especially across Africa in this case, but yeah, also across Asia and around the world. Number 17, I think it'd be great to see what the GEMs can make and create and achieve and do, just generally, again, reaching their full potential and using dyslexic strengths and imaginations. Maybe they could like make their own YouTube videos in a safe environment, hopefully, and also tell their own stories. And I often say I don't want to steal Nancy's thunder, so I want her to tell the story as the founder as well. So I know a lot about the school and how it was founded and all that kind of thing, but I want the story to be told from their point of view. So as I say, I don't steal their thunder, as they say. Who comes up with these sayings, I wonder. Number 18, I hope that people across Kenya and across Africa will learn some positive traits of dyslexia. I talked about problem solving, but like in imagination, ideas, creativity, and other strengths that dyslexic people have. And again, it'd be great. I think it'd be great if dyslexics or neurodiverse people generally went, especially those from successful, who have achieved a lot of success, go to schools like Rare Gem in Kenya and across Africa and different schools like that, and as well as Asia, as I say, and discuss how they became successful. I often share videos, like positive videos about successful people from neurodiverse backgrounds, especially dyslexics, but also people with ADHD and conditions like that, and also people from the Black diaspora who have done well. I hope they will go and help Rare Gem, especially those of Kenyan descent, perhaps, or African descent, generally, to help to honour their ancestors, perhaps you could say. I suppose. Number 19, I hope they'll work with organisations like She Leads Africa to empower the girls as well as the boys, not just solely the girls, but also there'll be female role models like Barbara Corcoran, who's got dyslexia, and she's on the Shark Tank. She's a successful entrepreneur with dyslexia, and she's also obviously a woman, so she could help. Maybe the people like that could help the children, the girls, sorry, and there could be things like, maybe they could be part of Black Girls Code and things like that. But I hope to empower both boys and girls as well, of course. But so yeah, it'd be great if they worked with like She Leads Africa, and the Lionesses of Africa and others to sort of network and connect to inspire the girls as well for the future, and specific projects for empowering girls in as they're and working with projects that empower girls, like say African girls can code and things like that, if they work with those organizations as much as possible. And I hope they'll provide things like science equipment, tech equipment, and things like that to help them. As I say, She Leads Africa and Lionesses of Africa. So I think if they empower them from a young age as well, they can become the future leaders and do well, hopefully, in the future. The earlier they learn, I think, the better. And also, if they learn to program and code, I would say, and things like that. And number 20, again, the earlier they learn from the better. And I hope to empower all of the GEMs, both male and female. And as ever, I'd love to hear your ideas, and hopefully it didn't waffle too much, and hopefully I hope it wasn't too cringeworthy. I think dyslexic can achieve a lot, and the youth are a large part of the future. So I hope also to encourage politicians in Kenya. Apologies if I did make that point already, but just to clarify that point, I hope that politicians and even businesses in Kenya themselves, like as part of their PR or whatever, or even for the future, like when they get older, they're going to need people to take care of them. So the more they empower the youth, I think the better, and also dyslexic people can achieve things. So I'm thinking of two things, like one, they're the youth, and two, it's like neurodiverse people, including dyslexics, have strengths that we can contribute. And also, I think it'd be great if tech companies like Apple, IBM, Microsoft, and others like train them, and like they have programs that help autistic people who have strengths in technology. So I hope they'll do that across Africa, including, of course, at the Rare Gem School. And I am out. Peace and love.